Hi, my name is Debbie, and I'm going to be talking about my double mastectomy journey. So, how this all started, I think it started in maybe the end of 2018 to the beginning of 2019, was when I first felt a lump in my breast here. I didn't really get to check until get it checked until the summer of 2019, and when I went to check it, my gyno was like saying, "Oh, it still moves around, so it's probably just a cyst." So in my mind, I was like, "Great," but also in my mind, I also have family history. So my mom, she is a breast cancer survivor. So I thought it was weird, but she told me to keep an eye on it, which I did. But then by that time, the pandemic hit and I couldn't get in again. And during that time, it started to grow and it started to hurt more. And so I, was freaking out for a little bit. And so when 2021 happened, I kind of just pushed it off a little bit. And plus, because, COVID, right? I didn't want to go to the hospital. Everyone was freaking out. And I was one of those people freaking out just a little bit, just because, yeah, I see my parents a lot and they're the older side and I didn't want to catch anything. But then, this just started to hurt more. And so I finally went in in September of 2021 and they did a needle biopsy and they found out it was a tumor in my breast. And so that wasn't fun to hear because obviously freaked me out. Thankfully, when they checked it the first time, it was benign, meaning it was non-cancerous. But still, I wanted it out, and it was frustrating because I had to push it to tell them I wanted it out. And they're like, "No, you're so young, we didn't want to scar you up." But it's kind of like how they said the first time, "Well, you're so young, it's probably just a cyst, probably nothing." But I wanted to take it out just because of my family history, and I just didn't want it. And so after they took it out, 2 weeks later, they found out I was high risk of breast cancer. So that was very fun to hear. Just my family history, my grandpa, he had lung cancer, my mom had breast cancer, and both sides of my family have cancer, a lot. So obviously that was not exciting to hear, but it was, at least to hear it that way than to have it the other way. So then they actually gave me 3 options after I had my tumor removed. The first option was to do nothing and live a healthier lifestyle. I'm not going to do that because I think that's just ignorant and dumb. I don't know if ignorant is the right word, but And then the second option was to be on this medication for 5 years, which is called tamoxifen, which is a hormone medication, which I remember my mom, she took it and she didn't do well in it. She actually had to stop for a while because her body couldn't handle it. And I don't really remember much of it because when my mom had breast cancer, I'm 28 now, and I was 12 or 11 back when she had it. There's most of it I tried to block out from my memory because it wasn't easy for her when she had it. She found it. She went pretty late when she got it checked up. And yeah, I remember her showing it to me, her breast was bruised. It was it looked black. And so hearing that I was high risk and having those fond memories, they definitely weren't exciting to hear. And yeah, it's just hard. So, oh, I'm losing my, yeah. And then the third option was to get a double mastectomy. And so going back to my experience with my family, and especially with my mom having breast cancer, I wanted to take it out. So my choice was, I chose to get a double mastectomy and reconstruction. I'm not ready to go flat, so that's why I'm doing the reconstruction. And yeah, so this is my journey then, and my surgery will be on April 8th, 2022. Definitely very nervous and scared. It's not pleasant. I mean, I try to do my best to stay positive, because usually when people ask me, it's never the right situation, because I'm usually, so my personal life, I do hair, and so when my clients or my coworkers ask me, these are the people that I always see every day. For the most part, I am okay, because like, you have to stay positive with these kind of situations, or it kind of just eats you alive. But like, when I go deeper about it and actually like talk about it, it's not fun. But like, you know, I want it out, because obviously having breast cancer, or any kind of cancer, is not good. And I know that if you do, I've heard people say, like, if you have any kind of cancer, breast cancer is one of the ones you would want to get, just because there's such a high survival rate, which is fine, true, but it's still like, the people that I know in my experiences, even though they have survived, it still takes a toll on their body till now, and it's like not something I want to go through. And so with my journey that I have to do, so I had to do 2 surgeries, since I'm doing reconstruction afterwards. So the first surgery is on April 8th, and so I have 2 surgeons. I have the breast surgeon and then the plastic surgeon. So the breast surgeon comes in, takes out everything, and then the plastic surgeon, she goes in and put tissue expanders in, just to stretch out the skin, until I get the desired size I want. I don't want to go too big. I'm like naturally like an A cup, and I don't want to go too big. Just a little bit. I don't want to buy new clothes. That's a lot of work. And it's, yeah, all top heavy. I don't know. It won't fit my frame. But yeah, so there's that. And then like in a few months, I go back in and do surgery again, so they could replace the expanders with implants. And so what kind of makes me nervous about this is that I don't know how my body is going to react. I hope my body accepts the implants and the expanders. One of the risks you could get from this is getting like an infection, and really bad infection, and they like just take everything out, and then you gotta wait to put it back in, or if you can put it back in. Like, I don't have cancer, so it should be fine, because my immune system isn't low or anything, but it's still a lot, because it's not like a breast augmentation. Like, I know I'm gonna lose all my sensation in my breasts, and it's gonna be cold, so it's gonna, I've heard it doesn't feel like it's a part of you, because your body heat is not there anymore, so it just feels foreign. So that's something to look, I don't know, I'll just see how it goes till then. I think with this journey, it's you know, just taking one step at a time. because, or else I'm just gonna keep breaking down every time. That's just so far the intro of all this, because I don't know what to expect yet. Yeah, it's pretty hard, and if you're going through this, you know, all your feelings are valid, and they'll go in roller coasters, because it's hard to explain this to people, because it's hard to explain it to yourself, at least for me, to get a full grasp of what's happening, because obviously it's not a choice to do this. I've done the genetic tests. I don't have the BRCA gene. It's just a huge coincidence that I am high risk. But yeah, so I don't know what else to say, but this is the beginning of my story, and hopefully if you are going through this, you're not alone, and I will keep you updated on how this goes.